Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you.
And what's your name?
My name is Leo Ma
Nice to meet you. My name is Dominic. And what would
Dominic.
you like to do? What would you like to do for your lesson today?
Oh, how about the lesson from Cambly? The lesson.
Sure.
Okay.
Um, do you want to do intermediate conversation topics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Conversation topic.
Okay. And do you want to do? Maybe we can do social activities.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. So warm up questions. What is an activity you like doing outside of work?
Oh my gosh. Welcome. Welcome down um, from the city. I live in a small city, so I like to walk.
Okay, so you like to walk, and what is a hobby you like to do with other people?
Other hobbies. Other mm, for
Right,
me
like
to build homes is a job, but is to is a hobby in a job
okay,
and hobby build homes. I like
okay.
very much.
So you like carpentry and building homes.
Here in Brazil, we don't construct, we don't build homes most of wood. So carpentry is the last part of the homes.
So do you build homes out of cement?
Yeah, cement
Ah,
and blocks,
yeah, bricks. So
bricks.
we would call that masonry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So do your friends have the same interests and hobbies as you?
No, no, no. Some friends maybe.
Okay. So let's move on. All right. Can you read the vocabulary for me?
Yeah. Cooking, art, yoga, dance, bowling, online gaming, volunteering work, movies. Okay.
Very good. And then, which of the activities do you like, and which of the activities do you not like?
I like movies and volunteer work.
Okay.
I I work in a church. Okay.
And then, which activities do you not like?
Yoga. I don't know exactly. I don't know dance. I don't know cooking. I don't. It's not that I don't like, but I don't know.
Okay.
Mm, just that.
Okay. So, dance, yoga, and cooking, you're not sure if you like because you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's move on. Okay. So, just got question and answers. Do you think online gaming is a social activity? Why or why not?
Yeah. I think. I think is a social activity because they attract people of the same interest and they enjoy very much and
Right. They can
they
do it with other people.
yeah, yeah, they join on internet and because this. I think this is social activity. It is not so online, but to join people is a social activity.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you're doing it online or in person, if you're doing something with other people, like you said, then it's a social
Yeah.
activity.
A question. Where are you from?
I'm
Your
from the United States.
oh, oh. It's a different uh how to say the way to talk in English. Um,
Compared to where? Compared to England or
yeah. I don't know that. I don't remember the word.
I
But
mean,
in Brazil,
each English
lucky.
speaking country speaks a little different from each other. So,
Yeah. So let's go.
okay. So then, what do you think Sorry, why do you think social activities are popular among adults?
We come to the world to share emotion, to share many many situations. I think to live alone is very bad. So social activities uh, should be popular every time. So every social activity uh, may be popular because people from age by 18, by 16 to other other aides need to talk about um, everything to other people. Okay?
So, not just adults, but pretty much everyone. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Teenagers too, child. Oh,
Okay. All right. Do you think old people and young people enjoy the same types of social activities?
no. Old people like other things. For example, I'm not considered an old people old person,
Hmm.
but I I like movie from the 80s, the 70s. I like very much.
Of
Mu-
course.
mu- Music from the 80s, from the 60s, from the 80s, 70s. It is very good to me.
Um, yeah, I mean, I agree with you to some extent, but I would also say that there are things that young people and old people don't like. You know, they have different interests, but there's also some common interests I feel as well. So, like
Yeah.
going out to eat with friends, or maybe going to the park, or playing sports. I think both young and old people like that. Uh, so those are social activities. So there are differences, of course, but then there are also some cases where it is similar too.
Yeah.
So next question: how important is it for you to have social activities?
It's very important. Um, we have not social activities, um, we may be exposed to some problems, especially problems about mind. I think like that.
Okay, so basically, people don't like being lonely.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you think modern lifestyles give people enough leisure time to spend with others?
No, exactly. I think uh, the modern lifestyle. Um, For example, use smartphone, use social media is a problematic situation more of times. But
Well, I'm sorry.
okay,
Go ahead.
okay, but to live uh, using, for example, the technology for good situations, for to to meet or to enjoy to other people's. I I I I think is very good.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're talking about using cell phones and social media and the internet and that kind of stuff, I think then you actually have more time to spend with people, but it's not in person. But
Yeah.
if you're talking about work-life balance, then maybe modern lifestyles do not give you enough time because nowadays people work from home, so they mix home life and work life together, especially if you work in the tech field or um, oftentimes in certain countries, people work 10, 12-hour days uh, because, they're an international company, which is not new, but it's still a more modern style of business. So if you have two companies, one's in one country, one's in the other, one of them has to call at an inconvenient time because the time difference is pretty big. Like,
Okay. Uh, uh,
yeah, so for like China or Japan calling the U.S. or Brazil, um, they're opposite times. So if you're calling someone at 12 p.m. Brazilian time, so 12 in the afternoon in China, they're going to have to be up at like 2 o'clock in the morning to get your call.
yeah. For example, in Brazil, is midnight now, and I
And I live in Vietnam right now, so
oh
it's midnight for you, but it's 10 a.m. for me.
yeah, very good, very good. You said a word track field. I don't know track field. What is exactly track field? Do you explain to me? Would
Can you
you
say it again? What?
track field? Track field. Did you say
I don't
track
think so.
field? Uh-huh. I listen to that. Track field. Track
Track
field.
track field?
I think track field.
Yeah, maybe you misheard. I because I didn't say track field. Um, I mean track and field is like a
Oh,
sport that you do in high school. Yeah, no, I didn't say that. No.
okay, okay. That's good.
All right. So then next, do you think people in your country value social activities?
Yeah, yeah. Many people, for example, to practice sports, to talk on school, to walk, practicing exercise.
Okay.
Very
So
good
people
people.
like to do physical activities together, as an example.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Very exact.
Okay. So some people would argue that computers will make people more isolated and decrease their social skills. Other people argue that technology will create more social activities. Which opinion do you agree with? And explain your reasons.
Oh, I think the two parts is correct, but the two parts will increase uh, for the two situations, bad and good. Uh, how to explain that? For example, the diseases, the problems will expand and to the people that know use the technology to the welfare, to good things. They
Hmm.
will they will uh, receive the technology more good, more well than the other side. So I think the two parts, it expands the problems and the good situations.
Okay, so you think that equally they're both ideas are equally
Yeah, yeah,
true.
to go.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so too. I feel like for humans in general, for the human race, we go to one extreme or the other extreme. We never go in the middle. So if
Yeah,
we have
yeah,
technology, we should be able to use the internet as, a social tool, as a communication tool. But then we should also um, be able to pull ourselves away from it as well. So not too
yeah,
much and not too little. But as I said, humans go to one extreme or the other. We either use it too much or we don't use it enough. It's never in the middle. And I just think
yeah,
that's a human condition. That's something that we struggle with as humans. So,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
The problem is to be addicted on technology, to produce more dopamine and all the situation from the brain, from the situations like addiction.
Right, right, right. Yeah, we get addicted very easily to things that feel good, right? So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, and that would be the problem. That's why some people go all in on one side and none on the other side, or they do the vice versa. They do the opposite. They go
yeah,
all in on the other side and nothing on the other side. So,
yeah.
uh, all right. Do you want to do the role play, or would you like to skip the role play?
Could you repeat, please?
Would you like to do the role play that we have here, or do you want to skip the role play?
Let me try it, please.
Okay,
Okay.
so then imagine you
Imagine
are in. Yeah, go ahead.
to me this.
Sorry.
Imagine you are in this situation and how pray with your tutor. Oh, it's to you, Ray. One of your friends recently started spending almost all his time online and started not coming to any of the friends get-togethers. You texted him to check check him, but the friend said that is as social as before, but no just online instead of face to face. You're still worried about him and decide to call him. Student.
Right. So we would
Hi.
have a phone call, and you would try to get me to stop being stuck on the internet. Do you want to
It's
try
okay.
it, or do you want to skip it?
Pardon?
Do you want to try this role play, or do you want to skip it?
I'll try. I'm a
Okay.
student.
So then you call me. Ring, ring,
Okay.
ring.
Hi. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just the same as before, but I just like being on the internet more.
Okay. Is there other Holy Fairy?
Now try to get me to stop using the internet as much. Tell me, Give me some reasons as why I should be hanging out with the friends and not hanging out with friends online. Tried to convince me
I don't know,
to
I don't understand the the whole phrase exactly. I think
so
it is,
so basically you have a friend, right?
yeah,
And this friend is spending a lot of time on the internet. They're staying at
okay,
home, spending time, say, on Instagram. Okay.
okay,
And so they stop coming to meet you and your other friends to hang out. They stop coming. So you're
okay.
like, what's going on? So you decide to call this person. I mean, like, why don't you come and hang out anymore? Are you okay? And then the person says whatever, whatever they say. And then you try to convince your friend to come hang out with you and your friends, to get out of the house.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to do here.
Okay. What are you doing this day?
Oh, I'm just hanging out on Instagram, talking with people, looking at people's pictures, watching YouTube.
Why do why not do you come to my home to conversation, to a cup of coffee?
Oh, I don't know. I feel sick today.
Oh, be careful. To stay at home many times, many days, eh, maybe bad to you.
Okay, so how about we hang out another day?
Okay, okay. I hope so. I hope you have um um
Time?
a week time, for example, to meet your friends, to talk about other things that is not so internet, so social media.
Okay, so I'll try and I'll see you sometime next week.
There's a life uh on the other side. There's life out of the out of internet on the real world.
Yeah, hmm. But the internet is a safe place, but the real world is not.
You are very hard. It's very difficult to convince,
All right,
especially
let's
to
move on.
me. Especially to me,
Say
I'm a Brazilian. Especially to me, I'm a Brazilian, and I don't know English. As you know, you are a
I
native.
mean, you're doing pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just hard to do these role plays because you can. It's hard to act like you would in a real situation. Like if you really had a friend
yeah,
who was always on the internet and stopped hanging out with you guys, it would be. I think you would speak differently. But you know, we've we maybe both of us have not been in this situation, so we don't know how that would go. So that's why this is a little bit difficult.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and it can be awkward at times too. So that's why I usually ask the student, "Do you want to skip it or no?" So
So,
we have another role play. Do you want to do another role play or do you want to skip the other role play?
oh, I wanna skip.
Okay. So then that's the end of the lesson, but we have one more slide we're going to do, and that is this. So the first question, What is the best social activity you have done recently? What made the activity special?
Oh, it's the first part of the school. We I am a teacher, and I have met my friends. We have some meets, and we worked, but we have had fun. And is this was good for me. That was good for me.
Okay, so you had
Please, how is the difference between this and that? I use this for situations more next to me, more near,
yeah.
to, and that to situations far to me. Is it
Right.
correct?
So, for example, this is my cell phone.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's in my hand, and I can point to this and say this. But say if my say if I have we're walking down the street and we see a beautiful woman, right? So she's
Okay,
ahead of us. So I'd say, look at that beautiful woman.
okay. For visual things, it is easy, but and the phrases and the situations, talking. For
So
example,
I would say that you don't really use this or that when you are talking about 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 a situation that you were in.
I don't know that. I don't know this. That is
Uh,
tough. Is about something I have said in the past. Okay.
yeah. So I would say you still think along the same lines as this. So you know, if you are talking to someone about whatever, so you're talking about the internet, right? You and your friend are talking about the internet, and you give your opinion to your friend. Your friend can say, uh, "Your opinion is this." I guess you could say something like that, or um, "This is my opinion." So when it belongs to you, then you can use this. So this opinion, or I agree with this the opinion that was just said. So when you're directly talking about something in the conversation, use this. And
Okay.
then when you're talking about a conversation, I mean, talking about an idea or opinion that was brought up before the current conversation, then you can use that.
Okay. Okay.
And when you're talking about two different ideas in the same sentence, I mean, in the same conversation. So this idea would refer to what you're talking about at the moment, and that would refer to the second option that you're talking about. So, like, do you agree with this or that? So you have two
Okay.
opinions, and then you talk about this or you talk about that. So when you have two ideas,
Very good.
okay.
Okay.
So we only have 45 seconds, so I guess try to answer the question as best you can before our time is up. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So, some studies say that more engagement in social activities helps the elderly to stay healthier. Why do you think it is the case?
We don't have time, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah, that's
Maybe in the
okay. I mean, go ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
in the next lesson.
okay. So enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, very good. Bye bye.